Hello there everybody and welcome back to Costume Quest 2. In the last video we started our candy collection in the east side of Repugia. So we've hit 3 houses, we have 3 more to go, and we also have the final piece of our costume to find, our new costume, which is something that we need to do in order to advance on. So I went ahead and I took care of some of the enemies in the street that were kind of more or less in the way. As you can see, there's still some roaming around that I've sort of just ignored. If we head kind of across the street from where our fountain is, we can blow away this trash pile, and there are some more claw marks on the wall. So if you'd like to, you can switch to the wizard here and try and follow these footprints and kind of try to figure out where this mysterious creature has gone. And we figure out that it has hopped the fence and gotten away, which is kind of disappointing, but we will be able to follow the trail. So we got ourselves another candy delivery from that house. And sure enough, there's the claw marks, so he didn't go very far. We are going to be following these footprints for quite some time. It's a bit of a chase to figure out where this thing has gone. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. So if we talk to this trollbog sitting beside this house here, he won't talk to us, even though we tell him that Doug has sent us. You talk to Doug, tell Doug that Mongo is sick of guarding. What are you guarding? Mongo guarding ancient thing from ground, but Mongo hungry. We can guard your spot for a while if you want to take a break. Oh sure, Mongo take break. Human steal ancient thing. Mongo not stupid. Mongo dreaming of candy. Leave, Mongo. So once again, use our diplomacy skills. And we're gonna trick him with a candygram. Candygram for Mongo. For me, that is big coincidence. Mongo like candy. You have to pick it up at the mines, though. Fine by Mongo. Candy, totally worth it. Great. Alright, so this alley here is going to have our last costume piece, but we're going to be able to get a shortcut down onto the street afterwards. So I'm going to hit these last 2 houses. It is actually probably not necessary to trick-or-treat at this house, just because this is going to be an enemy, since the previous house was our last candygram, our candy delivery. But again, experience is always good, and a few of these houses also have things like some cards and things like that. So I always just like to fight anyways. But because the goal here is to collect the candy and not to hit every single house, I don't think you actually have to. But because this game has such limited counters, it is worth just fighting everything along the way, because in order to do 100% completion of this game, there may be a point later on where you sort of do have to grind, and it'll cut down on your grinding if you just kind of fight everything along the way. So that should really be it for this area. We can go back to the alleyway that we skipped. Head up to the rooftop here. There is a piñata for us to hit. And then at the very top, we will find our chest, which has a coat hanger. And those 3 pieces together will make us a Pharaoh costume. So this is similar to our unicorn costume in the first costume quest game. The unicorn would resurrect our party members and heal, and the Pharaoh is the same. Strong against magic, weak against tech type enemies, which is the same as the superhero. So if you want to try that costume out, it might be a good idea to switch with the superhero, which is actually probably what I'm going to do. We'll put that on Haley. And then I'm going to switch it onto Reynold really quick, just to be able to use the ability to go down wires, which is similar to the pirate costume in the first costume quest. So it has the skills of the unicorn in battle and the map skill of the pirate from the first game. So you can see some overlapping sort of abilities and such, obviously. And I'm not actually sure if this trash pile has anything. It's got nothing. Okay. So before we leave, we should go back and grab that first chest that we were not able to get earlier. It was on the rooftop of this first building that we grabbed our first piece from. And it has a Happy Heads card in it for us. So that's it. We've got our one and only hide-and-go-seek kid in this area. We knocked on every single door. We got our costume, and we also found all of the secrets. So that's it. And then we can see that we have claw marks going back into the sewers. Alright, Blob. We got your candy. Thanks, humans. Are you forgetting something? Probably. Blob has the memory of a goldfish. You said you'd tell us how to get into the dental compound. I did? Oh, I must have forgotten how to do that, too. Blob. Blob is sorry, but Blob does remember one secret. If you can get further in the sewers, there's a speakeasy for the rich guys. The password is sweet wet wheat. Gross. This one is close to Dr. White's compound. I'm sure someone there will know. Alright, so we've just hit level 7, which is awesome. And with our Pharaoh costume, we can now get across this wire into our new area. So this is the compound. This is ultimately where we want to go, but it is locked. And then we can go under the staircase and talk to this kid here, who is one of our hide-and-seek children. And then the speakeasy is at the end of the hallway. So you can see that this is a rather sophisticated looking place. We actually have grubbins with suitcases and glasses. It's kind of weird to see. You don't really think of grubbins and trobogs as having like class, but apparently they kind of have a system here with Dr. White's world where they actually have lower class and upper class, which is interesting. So this is the elder who I believe we had run into in the Grubbins on Ice DLC, because it actually looks like he recognizes us. How did you get in here? Did you acquire zipline technology? We're trying to get into Dr. White's compound. Do you know how? Of course I do. I even have a key, but this is not a good time. I'm stressed out. Don't bother me now. What's stressing you out? It's just that the Grubbin Elder is withholding my candy delivery. I'm down to my last crate of king-size, fun-size bars. He's totally cramping my style. Want us to pick it up for you? You would do that? That would save my business. Sure, if you let us borrow your key to Dr. White's compound. Puh, way to make it sound not tantalizing anymore. Sorry, I can't give you my key. Overlord White would revoke my candy license. I'm pretty sure there's nothing more to say on this matter that I can think of. What about if I try some convincing words on you? Mr. Elder, if you don't have your deliveries, what good is your candy license? Maybe there's a chance Dr. White ruins you if you give us the key, but you're ruined for sure if you don't get your deliveries, right? I guess that's true. Okay, if you get my deliveries, I guess I can let you borrow the key to the compound. You'll need to knock on some doors downtown to get most of them. Some of them are up on the rooftops. The Grubbin Elder is up there too. He's got the big fatty delivery. I need that one the most. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Be right back. So again, rinse and repeat, same thing. New area, same kind of a deal. So we're going into the downtown area. With lots and lots of stuff to destroy here. Lots and lots of just trash bags if you want to destroy them for little tiny pieces of candy. Lots of cones to hit. You can see we've got more of our fancy Grubbin and Trollbogs up here. This would be kind of like upper class business type of area. And Shady is going to greet us right away as soon as we get here, which is nice. Because that means that we can get a map straight away, which is fantastic. And we also have some more upgrades available to us. We have an upgrade for the Jefferson costume, and we also have one for the wizard, which is just a bottle of bleach, which I find funny. As well, also as some cards. So Jefferson is probably one of my favorite costumes. I tend to use it quite a lot, so I will probably buy the red dye for now. I also went ahead and I purchased the map, and you can see that we have, once again, 6 or 7 kind of seems to be like the magic number. There's not actually a ton of houses to trick-or-treat at. There is no costume in this area, so that's something to keep in mind. Our first house is just at the end of this first area we come into, and it has an enemy. We might as well take care of it. You can see that Jefferson's coat has changed color with our upgrade, which is pretty spiffy. He's looking very sophisticated. I haven't had a chance to really show off what the pterodactyl's upgrade did, but basically what happened was the belt that we purchased for the pterodactyl makes its special attack hit multiple enemies rather than just one enemy, as I found out when I was fighting off screen. And it may reach a point where I need to start bringing in a healing costume, because these fights are getting tougher. As we level up, our enemies also level up. And I'll have to visit a fountain pretty much immediately after this fight just to heal myself up. I think Jefferson's upgrade just kind of makes him more powerful. I think it's the same with the superhero. You kind of just do more damage, which is okay. Alright, so we're gonna cross the street here, and we're gonna kind of avoid everything else for now. We're just gonna keep following the street, avoid these houses. We do have to trick-or-treat at them. But I want to come to this park because we want to hit up our fountain. Get ourselves healed up. And then there is a kid hiding right over here. My knees were getting sore. Looks like he's dressed as a hobo. You can see that our classmates are on a field trip. We can ignore them. Apparently our teacher doesn't catch us for skipping class. So let's switch to the Pharaoh costume and try it out. Two fights in a row. I don't think that's actually happened in either of the last areas we were in because there's so few houses. But that's cool, that's fine, we'll just get it out of the way. So you can see, yeah, Jefferson is definitely doing more damage now, which is awesome. I appreciate that very much. And our Pharaoh has a crook type attack. And as I went over previously, it has the same strengths and weaknesses as the superhero costume. And for a healing type costume, it actually doesn't have terrible attack. It's not going to be as powerful probably as the superhero. But it does the trick, especially if you want to keep a healing costume in the party, if that's something you're more comfortable with, or you just want to change things up and give it a try. We should be able to take this guy out quickly with no problems between the three of us. So we did much better in this fight. We took a lot less damage. But I will visit the fountain. And then I guess to wrap things up, we can just kind of knock at this final house. I hope it's candy. Ah, there we go. Yes, thank you. So there's our first bit of candy. And then from here, he did mention that some of the houses are going to be sort of on the rooftops upstairs. So you can take that door kind of through this like little tiki hut area to come up onto the roof. And you can see that we have the Grubbin Elder here and his girlfriend, who were also in the Grubbins on Ice DLC, if I recall. One of them was trying to find their girlfriend. I can't remember if it was the Grubbin Elder or the other Elder, but being rich is almost as fun as stuffing my face. I like how her name is Harriet. Welcome to Grubbin Grotto. We don't see many small humans around here. We won't be here long. We're just here to pick up a delivery that you owe. Oh, that? I've got bigger ventures in the works at the moment. I'm over those chintzy speakeasy deliveries, but I'll tell you what. I need someone with some courier skills right now. You look like you could carry stuff, no? If you help me, I'll give you what you want. What do you need? I run the biggest resort in town, but it's time for me to expand my business. I want to absorb Crestwhaler Cove across the way. The Crestwhaler Elder has agreed to sign this contract. Go get his signature and bring it back, and then I will be the richest monster in the city. And I get half... What? Nothing, dear. Yeah, so it appears that we're going to be visiting all of the elders that we had seen in the Grubbins on Ice DLC, which is pretty cool. Again, I just love that they continuously bring all of these characters back and reintroduce them. And for someone like myself who actually played the second costume quest first before I ever played the first one, going back and playing the second one now is really, really neat because I can make these connections, whereas the first time, none of these characters meant anything to me. I didn't know anything. So that's really neat for me, and I'm really enjoying just kind of picking up on these little things that I didn't pick up on before. So I guess I'm just gonna chill out here by the pool, kind of just hang out, and we will continue on in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.